What's up, BINGE? It's your girl Blake and Jag, and I'm back with another video. Guys, I have not been very consistent on YouTube this week because this one right here has been running a fever since Tuesday. Today's Friday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today's Friday, right? The last time I gave him Motrin, which is an 8-hour, it works for 8 hours, right? So I've been giving him Motrin nonstop since Tuesday. So
what's that for my butt?
no, those are the enemas. I gave him 2 enemas as well. Gave him an enema yesterday, and I gave him an enema the day before yesterday. I got that from my parents when I used to be sick. When I was a kid, if I had a fever, especially, not just any old time I'm sick, but if I have a fever, that means you have a virus, and there's toxins in there. So my parents would give me an enema. So I gave him 2 kitty enemas, like I said yesterday, and 1 the day before. And so that's a good idea if you guys have kids.
Tell me like the benefit that you got some other animals to different animals.
Oh yeah, okay. So he took the last 2 enemas, the kitty enemas that we had, and then I ordered a new kind that Safeway had on Instacart, but we haven't had to use it because, as I was telling you a second ago before I was rudely interrupted, that the last time I gave him Motrin was at 2 a.m. And let me just tell you guys, he sleeps in the bed with us because when he's sick, I just like to monitor him closely. So I have not been getting that much sleep. I'm always checking on him. I'm always jumping up and, checking his temperature and make him drink water, because that's another thing. When kids have, or anyone has a fever, you need to stay super hydrated, because when you dehydrate and have a fever, you run the risk of having a seizure. So I'm keeping him very hydrated with orange juice and water, and we've had soup, we've had do you want any of those vitamin C lollipops? Also, another good thing are popsicles. But let me get back to what I was saying. I haven't had to give him Motrin since 2 a.m. That means at 10 a.m. I would have had to give him some more if he had another fever, which that's how it's been. Like, once the 8 hours of the Motrin runs out, he needs more, but he hasn't needed any more. It's now 12:06 in the afternoon on Friday, and he still has a regular no fever. So thank you, God. I've been saging myself from having negative thoughts, because the news and everything else can, they use fear-mongering tactics to control the masses. And I know it's hard to ignore the images, the imagery, the media, social media, the news, but you have to put it all in perspective. You have faith that all is well and you're taken care of. So that's what we did. I've saged the house, I've Lysoled the house, I don't know how many times. So yeah, I think he just had a little flu. See, he's his regular self. Look, he's his normal self the whole time. He eats and everything. He's just had this fever. The only thing that isn't normal is that he rests a lot. So he gets a lot of rest. So that's the only indicator. It's either the fever or that he's laying down a lot. But he's his normal, spunky self. So he's been on the mend for the past 4 days. I've been in the house trying to get him together. I have not even gone to see my grandma since Monday, which I usually go to see her 2 or 3 times a week. So what else has been going on, Jag? You were watching a black show. I just saw you watching a black show on Cartoon Network. It was a black cartoon. But what was the cartoon called that was on Cartoon Network? Jarrell, what was that black cartoon called? Craig of the Creek. Has anybody heard of Craig of the Creek? It's on Cartoon Network, and it's black. It's a black cartoon. So check that out if you haven't already. I'm loving the representation.
And mommy, I'm gonna tell them something.
What?
And I've been watching my iPad, and I have 2 popsicles.
Yeah.
And I have everything in my house.
Yes, you have everything you need, don't you?
Yes.
I think you have Nutella on your elbow.
My elbow right here?
Yeah, you see that? Is that Nutella? No, that's ketchup. All right, so I'm gonna give him a bird bath. You were just eating your lunch. And I just wanted to check in with you guys and give you guys an update on what's the goings-ons.
I want to show them something.
What do you want to show them? Aww. Is that your heart? Oh, you guys. He's saying he loves you, Binge Bays. He's doing that. Jag's been under the weather, so I have been his nurse.
I've been in the woods.
And your daddy's trying to get sick too. He's been calling saying he's gonna come home from work early. So yeah, that's the update in the Nichols household. Drella Ava like hardly gets sick ever. Just a quick little vid. Just to say hi. You wanna say something else to the Binge Bays? What?
I love you. I've been in the woods.
You've not been in the woods. Stop playing. Because people will take that seriously and be like, oh, she had her baby in the woods. No.
Say no. I haven't been in the
People be slow. You got to say the psych not quicker than that, bruh.
I was in my house.
Thank
With
you.
my family.
And what? All right, guys.
And the dog can eat your hair off.
See you guys in the next video.